Hey guys, my name is Vijay. I am working as senior solution consultant in Epicero. In this session, let us discuss about database select operation. So for that, you need to add database module to your project. So if you have it in the add module section, you can add it to this area. If not, you can search in the exchange by entering the Anypoint platform credentials and you can get it from the exchange. Okay, yes. So this is the HTTP listener. The path is select, and I am using select database operation. And here, whatever the results I am getting, I mean, of this out of this select operation, I'm converting. I'm extracting only few details. That is ID, first name, and last name. Okay, I have used map function here because we would be getting multiple rows of information as a response from this select operation. Okay, yes. In the logger, I'm just printing the payload. Yeah, this is not necessary, but I have kept the previous logger as is. So yeah, so I'm printing the this response, the payload. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. So we are fetching the information from database by using select operation. Here we don't have any condition. Okay, then we are converting it to JSON and also extracting only the required details, not all the details, by using the map function. And here I'm printing the this payload. Okay, so this is what I have been doing in this very small flow. Yes, now this project is up and running. Now let's try to send the request. So localhost colon 8081, these are the details, right? HTTP details, and select is the path. So let me click on send. Okay, so now we got the response. It has taken something like less than second to respond, 539 milliseconds, right? So these are the see here. If you yes, let us go through the table that we have in the MySQL workbench. So this is the table. If you execute this query, you see here we have total of 5 entries and first name, last name, address, and city. These details are there. Okay, but here we are doing select star from persons. So this is the table name, and we are selecting everything. Star means everything, every column's information from persons. Okay, so that means it is fetching every column information and also all the rows. Okay, so but what did we do here? We are only extracting ID and the first name and the last name from this result. Okay, so that is the reason you could see after conversion to JSON, or yeah, after we have converted to this transform. Okay, from this transform message, so you could see like ID, first name, and last name. So likewise, we got 5 objects within an array. Okay, so that is what you could see in the response here. So 1 2 3 4 5, and these are the first name and last names within this table. Okay, so we are only extracting this ID, first name, and last name. That's it. Yeah, so this is this the output will be array of objects. Okay, so by default it will be in Java, so we are converting it to JSON. Yes, and yeah, that's what we have seen in the Postman response section. Okay, let me clear the console now. So for example, um, I only want a few details. Okay, so you can do that like person ID. Okay, this is the column name, so it should be matching with this thing. So person ID, D is capital, right? So let me put that, and this is first name and last name, and I'm going to keep city here. Okay, now let me put a logger in between these two so that we'll find the response. I'll be printing the same thing, payload, in the format of JSON. Okay, now we'll see the modified response. So this time we are only fetching these columns. Okay, not every column's information. Okay, yeah, let me clear this. Now send the request once again. Okay, so this is of two parts, two loggers, right? So from the first logger, we are printing the payload. So select what it will do. It will select all the rows. Okay, and also it will fetch for the columns what we have specified here. So we have put these 4 columns, excluding the address. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so from these things, what we are fetching again, like from this transfer message, we are only fetching ID, first name and last name. We have excluded city. Okay, yes. So this is how this is one more scenario where you will be choosing only particular columns, okay, from all the rows. Yes. So this is second scenario. For example, now I would like to add one condition to this select statement. Okay, so from persons where uh, person ID is less than or equal less than 4, for example. Okay, so if I keep this is a static value, right? So let's see. So we made a change and it will get deployed. Yes, it got deployed. Now see this person ID value, we are fetching only if the ID value is less than 4. That means 1, 2, 3 only. Okay, so let me send the request once again. See, now you see only 3 we got and ID is 1, 2, 3 only. Okay, so this is how you can add a condition to your select query. You can only fetch a particular set of column values, and also you can add a condition to the select query. Okay, so this is something like it will always fetch only based upon this condition. For example, in real time, okay, I want to pass this value dynamically. Okay, so in that case, um, you can use these input parameters, and you can you can fetch the value from either payload or attributes. It's up to you, but you can use of this input parameters section and you can pass value dynamically. Okay, so let me show you that scenario as well. So this is, I'm constructing an object here. So object does mean it is a key value pair information, right? So let me put it as ID and I'll keep it as something like payload.id. Okay, so I'll send something like ID uh, from, I mean, a payload from this postman. So from that payload, I'll be fetching the ID information, and that is what I'm assigning dynamically. So in order to assign this value to this query, you have to put this way: person ID less than a colon of ID you have to pass. Okay, so this particular thing, it will fetch value from this particular key, this one, whatever I have selected just now. Okay, yeah, so these two should be matching. Okay, so this is how you can pass the values dynamically. Yes, so this is how you can pass the values dynamically. Okay, so this particular application is up and running. Let me clear the console now. Go to body section, go to raw. Okay, and just construct a simple payload. I'll keep ID as something like 4 or 3. So this time we should get only first 2 rows. Okay, you can pass random values as well, like let's say like first name, but this is not necessary. I'm just keeping something, so I'll keep something like row. Okay, so we should send this in JSON format, right? Then only it will understand this particular thing as a JSON. Okay, yes. So this input parameter section, it will get the ID from this payload, and these 3 will be passed as an input to the query, select query. Okay, so let me send this request. Okay, so as we assumed, so we are getting 4 details of the first 2 rows. Okay, but at last whatever the details we have been fetching from the resultant payload. That is what we are getting here from out of this transform message. Okay, so you could see only first two payloads or two rows information as per the transform message. So we are only extracting ID, first name and last name, right? Yeah. So this is how you can work with select query in real time. You can add one few more conditions by putting and here in between different conditions. Okay. Yeah. So that is how you can work with select operation in real time. Yeah. So that's it from my end for this session. Thank you so much.